Good morning. It is a beautiful, what's today? Wednesday down here in Tucson. Frozen windshield, but you know, we driving that stuff. So we're headed back to the house that we've been at this whole time. Let's get some more done. I'll sand this, red guard it, and I'll hop on texturing with you. Get this all ready for tomorrow.
Yeah. You can use that paper machine I have too if you want to go around the edges.
I was just gonna use the sander and scratch the tub up.
Oh, you could do that too.
Yeah, that's what I like doing.
I don't know if that red guard stains. I never use that.
It's just like a glue.
So it's scrape off the phone.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did A.F. Sterling's master bathroom.
Oh yeah.
The people that own that actually build all the homes for A.F. Sterling.
Right.
And the master bathroom is unreal. They had the people from the zoo come in and make like a jungle in the bathroom.
Right.
So the shower nozzle came out of an elephant's snout with the big floppy ears going out over the shower. It was amazing. And that's back when we didn't have portable phones that take a picture, you know.
Right.
Yeah. So that was really deep. It was literally a jungle. I worked for a lot of people in Tucson.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
A lot of different contractors and whatnot.
Now all through the same guy that when I worked for him when I was younger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We worked for Jim Click. We worked for Mr. On that has all the
Right, the Asian and.
yeah. He's cheap. We worked for Mr. Stone that built all the TEP baseball parks. I worked for Mrs. Coor. She's got an indoor swimming pool in her house. She's passed away now, I'm sure. She was old woman. But she lived up in Rancho Subaca. She had an indoor swimming pool in the house as big as this whole house.
Oh really?
Inside her house, yeah. And then she had a huge living room and a kitchen. But between the kitchen and the living room, there was this huge, the ceilings were high, huge turquoise fireplace. All the rocks were turquoise, going all the way up to the ceiling. And it was right in the middle where you had to walk around the fireplace to get to between the two rooms. It was amazing, that house. Looked for Mike Andrea as a softball coach, Lou Olson. Lou Olson was just weird.
Should have asked him for season tickets as payment.
I know. He was that guy. He had pictures of himself everywhere in the house.
Oh really?
Not a lot of family. He had a few family pictures, but I mean, I'm talking 3x4 posters, pictures
Right.
of himself. So it was like, oh, that's kind of all about yourself, I guess.
He was the basketball coach, I guess.
Yeah. I opened up a little closet. We happened to be painting on that job. And I opened up this little closet, and this kitchen was kind of like a little pantry closet. And that was a mistake. I mean, all these basketballs, all these things that his former players had made for him.
Right.
Like Eugene Eggerson made one of these things that you pull the string and the arms and legs go out and flop and stuff. And he signed it for Lute and stuff. But he had it all in this one little room. And it was like a cartoon where as soon as you open that door, everything was tumbling out. And I was like, oh no. And then Jerry, he got all the really, really tight end stuff. But he'd go to these special breakfasts in the morning with Who Was Who in Tucson. And we had some jobs, a bunch of jobs up in what's called Knothole up in Ventana. That part that's up in the mountain.
Right.
There's this one job. The guy had to have everything in gold. All his fixtures, but true gold.
Yeah, actual.
You had to go take it down, have it dipped, because they didn't make really true gold.
Right.
And have it, and it had to be 22 karat or more, not like 5 karat gold.
Right.
22 karat or more. So Jerry, he came in and looked at the toilet because the toilet handles and everything had to be 22 karat gold. And Jerry took him down, had him, I don't know where he took him. I didn't ask, but had them all plated and everything. So the guy goes, well, what about the supply line? And the shut up now. He goes, I I don't know if they can do a supply line, dip a supply line and stuff.
Right.
Supply line. He goes, yep. He goes, and I want to stamp 22 karat gold so I can show my friends that even my toilet lines are 22 karat gold. It's like, really? That's a little much.
I mean, I guess if they're paying for it, right?
Yeah, well, he did it, but yeah. But it was like, wow. That's some people that have some money, man.
Yeah, they don't care.
They don't care. This is 13 years.
Right.
And I, out of all those years, I only called in sick 3 times.
Should have give you a bonus.
Well, the funny part is I quit one time because I've never called in sick. I probably worked there about 8 years at the time, 9 years. And at that time, I was like, really had never called in sick, you know. So I was younger and I was like, I need to go to work, I need to make my bills. So one of my best friends that used to live here in Tucson, he's getting married and he wanted me to be the best man. Well, he lives in California now. So I said, just call him, Jerry, on the telephone like you used to. So I went to his house and told him, say, hey, Jerry, in a month and a half, I got to take a Thursday and Friday off. And explained to him why. I said, one of my best friends is getting married. I'm going to be in the wedding. It's in California. This and that. You know, I got to go to rehearsal dinner and all that. So I got my brother-in-law, Yancey, lined up with all the jobs. I'll have him lined up with all the jobs and everything. And not a big deal, right?
Yeah.
I said, I've never taken a day off. And I'd like to take these 2 days off. You know what he told me? He said, no. He says, you can't, Scott, I need you. I said, what do you mean you can't? And I was, standing in front of him just talking to him. And then I kind of getting upset. It's like, I've worked all these years and never even called him sick, you know?
Yeah.
And finally I told him, I said, you know what? I said, yeah, I guess if I don't have a job, I'm not going to have a job, but I'm going to take those 2 days off. I said, I'll find a job somewhere else. He goes, that's what you got to do. And that kind of really upset me because all the years I put in for him, you know. So I left. I was like, well, oh well. You know, I'm going to take my friendship over a job. I can find another job, you know.
Right.
And so I left. That's back when you had answer machines, you know. You didn't have cell phones. I walk in my house, I see it's blinking, and of course it's Jerry. He goes, don't find another job. He goes, you'll have a job when you get back. But I was like, really? I said, okay, but I couldn't believe he said that to me to begin with, though. I was like, really?
Right.
I was like, I'm glad that you feel you need me that much, but so then I asked for those 2 days off, but I did actually over the years have 3 actual days where I can't come in. Well, actually 2 of them were actual. One of them was funny because my friend, the same friend from California, was down, and I called in sick on a Friday. We were going to go do something. And because he was in town, and we happened to go to Tucson, not Tucson Mall, Elcon Mall, you know, and we're in a store, and there's my boss's wife in the middle of the day, and I called in sick, and there's my boss's wife, and she was shopping in the store that we happened to be in, and I'm literally, like you see on the cartoon, ducking behind the clothes rack.
Yeah.
And she's walking by another clothes rack, and I'm ducking, around the other clothes rack, making my way out the store so she doesn't see me. I'm like, oh my gosh. At one time, I actually did call in sick and play hooky, you know.
Right.
I run into Jerry's wife. I was like, what are the odds of that? That's like slim to none.
Right. At the same store.
Same store, same place, same everything. The day you call in sick, then you never call in sick. It's like, oh. Yeah, that was like, me and Mike was really laughing. He was the one that was saying that too. He goes, what are the odds of that? That's like winning the lottery or something. He goes, the same store, same place, same time. That is pretty odd.
I knew you were playing hooky.
Yeah, yeah. The one and only time I did some work. I mean, we had a good laugh about it, but I'm glad she didn't see me. Even if she did, it's like whatever. It was like the second time I ever, took a sick day.
Right. Normally they said to use paint rollers, but the paint roller doesn't go on as good because this is thick stuff.
Yeah.
So like that splatters everywhere and that.
Oh man, I just stepped in that. Should have took that piece of
Glob.
Yeah, I stepped in it right in.
But I like the paintbrush. I think it goes on a lot easier for me.
Yeah.
Because the paint roller doesn't really
Work it in it.
It doesn't stick it in, yeah, and it doesn't work it in.
You can't get into the grooves.
In these grooves, you have to go over like 40 times, and I'm like, I could just do it one swipe with a paintbrush, and it'll go in the whole thing. You know.
Yeah.
And it takes about the same time. This is probably just a little bit faster. The other one is just easier because you're putting your whole body rather than just your hand into it. That concludes today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys back at this same property tomorrow. Adios.